This is still The Marketplace with me, Pius Kojo Baka, and we've got to touch on this great story we are about telling you. In today's interconnected world, financial crimes pose significant threats to businesses and, of course, financial institutions and regulatory authorities. Among these financial crimes, money laundering and financing of terrorism have become common. To this end, the UPSA Accounting and Finance will be organizing a thought leadership program designed to provide participants with a comprehensive understanding of the fundamentals of money laundering and terrorism financing implications and the strategies deployed to combat them. Joining me in studio for a great discussion on this topic are Dr. Godwin Musa, a lecturer at the Finance Department of the UPSA, and Dr. Gladys Nabil, a senior lecturer also at UPSA. Great to have you in studio with me. Thanks so much for your time once again.
Thank you.
Great. So let's draw the line. Money laundering and terrorism financing. What's it all about?
Yeah, money laundering and terrorism financing are two major financial crimes that are common globally. And when we talk about money laundering, it's just an illicit activity where an individual or group of individuals would use illegitimate means to acquire funds, and then they conceal the source of that funds and present it as if it is coming from genuine source. Now, when they get these funds, mostly, they end up using it to finance terrorist activities. And that is what we are talking about here.
Okay. So why this program, Dr. Nabil?
Yeah, so this program is to educate and then help the participants to be able to know more about it so they don't get to fall victims. Apart from that, they are also able to report on any money laundering activities. Most of the time, the word money laundering, people conceive it on its face value. But it has its intrinsic implications, dangers, which they are unaware. So these training sessions are supposed to support both the general public, the students, and then faculty. You know, we're trying to bridge the gap between industry and academia. So we are going to help FIC in this fight so that money laundering will not be in Ghana, or we can curb it very well.
Great. So talk to me about the relevance of this in connection with, national development.
In fact, it has even a global implication, because if you look at it, around 2 to 5% globally, money laundering is about 2 to 5% of GDP. Wow. In terms of the global GDP. So with this, you can be sure that the activity is quite huge. And a country risk its financial market activities and even in terms of financing, because no investors would like to be associated with a country that is involved in money laundering because they risk being victims. So when the education is gone down there and everybody is aware, guard themselves against it, to go a long way to affect the whole country. And then the country would be in a good position to be in a good place at the financial market landscape.
And I know that there are some, interventions in that regard, Dr. Musa, and this is coming to you. But how well have we fared as a nation in combating money laundering and financial, basically terrorism financing?
Yeah, like my colleague said, it's a global challenge. And all over the world, nations are trying best to fight it. As a country, the Financial Intelligence Center is the regulatory body mandated to look at money laundering issues and the combating of money laundering. However, the fight is not for them alone. It takes collaborative efforts. That is why these training sessions are important, that all participants who are going to be involved in the training will have something that they will take home concerning anti-money laundering measures and how we can apply them to combat the menace.
All right, so when is this happening?
Yeah, so this is happening on the 21st and 22nd. That's next week, Wednesday.
Okay.
It's going to start with a seminar session, and then later on we'll train the participant for a day and a half on the issues of money laundering and then countering terrorism financing. And
what time is it?
Yeah, the program will start 9 a.m. in the morning, and we are hopefully ending around 5 p.m.
Okay, it's going to be intensive, I guess.
Yeah, a whole 2-day program.
I see. Who gets to participate?
I think you can be one. So after here, we'll invite you. So our participants mainly are industry and then the students.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does it come as a cost?
No.
It's free?
It's free.
It's very free.
Registration is free.
So talk to me about the stakeholders. Are we seeing the...
Yeah, we are collaborating with the Financial Intelligence Center, and they are our sponsors as well. So they will be part of us in the training. So we are bridging, as I told you earlier, between industry and then academia. So they are bringing their expertise, and then we also bring academic expertise on board.
Okay.
And we're able to achieve the objectives.
And for you, Dr. Musa, what do you think will be the goal at the end of the 2-day event? What is the expected outcome?
We are expecting that at the end of the 2-day training, first we will equip the public or participants with broader understanding of what money laundering and terrorism financing are. And then, having known that, we look at the measures that are in place to curb this menace. So we expect that participants who have gone through this program will now be well equipped at their various places to be able to spot the red flags and then deal with them. Either they report to the regulatory body or any agency that can actually blow the issue up, and then it will be dealt with. Right. Because whether you like it or not, many institutions are exposed to money laundering.
Sure.
If you take financial institutions, for instance, they are the worst hit when it comes to money laundering activities. And the launderers make great use of their funds at the expense of them, making them suffer liquidity problems and what have you. So we expect that this training will inform our participants to be able to identify some of these red flags.
Great. Dr. Nabil, any concluding remarks you want to make?
Yeah, so I want to use this opportunity to extend our invitation to corporate organizations. This is not just a one-off training. We want to do it on quarterly basis so that we can reach a wider population. And then that will go a long way to help FIC in their fight against this menace, and also Ghana as well. Because if you look at it, according to the FATAC, that's the Financial Action Task Force in combating these crimes, some countries have been blacklisted, and we don't want Ghana to be among them, so that we can grow our economy for
22nd
and 21st
and 22nd of March.
Yes, just next week, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for your time here.
You're welcome.
Joining me on the marketplace, speak to me on, of course, combating financing, terrorism financing, of course, money laundering. You do make a date and join them at the UPSA. And of course, Dr. Godwin Musa is a lecturer, Department of Banking and Finance, speaking to me here in the studio, as well as Dr. Gladys Nabil, Senior Lecturer, Department of Banking and Finance, all of the UPSA. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank
you too.
All right.